Welcome back to the channel. I'm Reed, and this is Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania. Right, I have a special treat today. Maybe not for you, but definitely for me. I did something that I have always wanted to do. I bought a Paul Reed Smith. Now, just arrived today from Sweetwater. I have unzipped the box, but have not taken it out of the package yet. So let's do a little unboxing here. Now, I should say, as much as I admire the looks of Paul Reed Smith guitars, I have always thought they were ridiculously overpriced. No offense to Mr. Smith. Also, Sweetwater puts a bag of candy and everything, which is fine, but you know, this is pretty weak candy. I'm just saying. You could throw in something a little nicer. So I didn't feel like paying $3,000 and up for a core model. Instead, I bought an S2. An S2 is still made in the United States, but it has some cheaper construction techniques and sometimes some import parts on it. One of the ways that they save money with the S2s is by using a gig bag instead of a hard case. That is not a problem for me though. I actually prefer gig bags to hard cases. You know, as a home player, I don't need a hard case to haul this thing around, and gig bags are a lot easier to store. Okay, now comes for the exciting part. I picked the specific guitar I wanted on their website, so I'm not looking. Wow, that is a beauty. So here we have the S2 single cut semi-hollow. So why a semi-hollow? Because I am a huge fan of Noel Gallagher. He's known for playing an ES335 among other guitars. Lately he's played nothing but Jazzmasters when I've seen him in concert. It's also the reason I bought my Squire Jazzmaster. So you can see we have a flame maple top with mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard, PRS low mass locking tuners. They lock on top, which is a rather interesting looking little feature. This guitar is super light. If I remember the website, it was 6 pounds 10 ounces. That is really, really light for a mahogany bodied guitar. So there's your 12th fret, 15, so it joins the body at the 17th fret. You have push-pull coil taps and these number 7 humbuckers. Now I saw that on other PRS S2s, they have the non-adjustable wraparound tailpiece, which I am not a fan of, not because they don't sound fine, because they do, but they only sound fine with the strings that they're set up with. This came with 10s. What if I want to put 9s or 8s, or like Billy Gibbons, 7s? Well, if you're going to do that, you need to be able to adjust your tailpiece. So it's got brass saddles, brass inserts, and the tuning pegs have brass threads. a little out of tune, of course. It's 100 degrees outside. So, wow. This guitar is just stunning. Now that is interesting. Someplace else they may have saved a little money. The back control cavity plates are not recessed. That I did not expect that. All right, so let's tune this baby up and get some sounds out of it. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about how this guitar feels. It feels amazing. I love how light it is. Now, anyone who's watched the channel knows I am not a shredder, so I don't need massive upper fret access, but it provides really easy access. My Vivian Campbell Les Paul is my only Les Paul that I have to compare it to, but it's substantially easier than that. The has a little belly carve on it, much appreciated. Like I said, it's super light. The fret ends are immaculately dressed. The frets are polished to a mirror gleam. This is their pattern regular neck, which looks like it's a little thinner. It feels like, I mean, narrower, not thinner. Oh man, what am I on? So that's the bridge pickup. Let's do this. So this is a clean sound. I'm currently getting my clean sound through my Sansamp PRS S2 in through the effects loop of my Supro Statesman head. Got a little reverb from the TC Electronics Hall of Fame setting on my Plethora X5. And yeah, that's a lot of gear. That's what I do. Ignore that last one, that was a mistake. Bridge and middle. And just the bridge. Nice. Boy, I like the way that sounds clean. Let's go ahead and try my coil taps. This should be the neck pickup. Actually, let me confirm what I think here. Yeah, okay, so. So again, full humbucker. Well, that's not good. My neck pickup just died. You've got to be kidding me. Alright everyone, you just saw me take it out of the box. I haven't done anything to this guitar. Wow. So suddenly this goes from a nice testimonial about how wonderful these Paul Reed Smith S2s are to what in the world are you thinking? Bridge still works. No split. Full. Luckily I like that on the clean. Let's do some light overdrive. And coil split with some light overdrive. Okay, I love the way that pickup sounds. I liked the way that sounded here. Till it died. don't know what to say. I have never bought a guitar at any price point that I plugged in and suddenly it just didn't work. Now, I've had guitars that needed setup. I've had guitars that were old and needed, you know, a little pot cleaner on it and they were scratchy. I have never had a guitar simply fail to function. And because that happened when I hit the coil split for the first time, I'm going to guess that it has something it has something to do with that coil split. There's something in there that wasn't soldered right. Wow, this is not what I had intended this video to be. I'm really at a loss. Well, I've got to open this up and see what's going on. Okay, so here's my last update on that Paul Reed Smith. I contacted Sweetwater, and I have to say, Sweetwater has been great through this experience. I said, hey, the neck pickup doesn't work on my guitar. And they said, you can send it back and we'll fix it for you. You can send it back and we'll send you the other one we have in stock, or you can take it to a local guy and we'll reimburse you. So I took it to the local guy and had him fix it. What was wrong was that the volume pot was broken. It was shorted out on the output lug of the volume pot. Ironically, during the last 30 days, I also watched the Paul Reed Smith. He had an online music camp, which had a lot of interesting information in it. But I spent the entire camp looking at him and going, you sent out a guitar that didn't work. Now that guitar was beautiful. The wood was beautiful. The fit and finish was fantastic. The neck felt amazing. And none of that mattered because the neck pickup didn't work. Now, this morning I watched a video from another YouTuber on a glary guitar. It was an $89 Telecaster style guitar, so it had two pickups. And you know what? Both of them worked in an $89 guitar. So when you get a guitar that's, you know, 16, 17 times that amount, I think you have a right to expect that both pickups in your two pickup guitar are going to function. I loved that. I loved certain things about that guitar, but in the end, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. That experience killed my desire to continue owning that guitar. I just left it on the rack and looked at it and went, that pickup didn't work. And every time I would take it off the rack, I would find little flaws. Oh, the finish isn't perfect, or, you know, gee, I wish it was a slightly wider neck, or whatever it was. And I said, you know what? I'm just not connecting with this guitar. And so I returned it. And again, Sweetwater was great. They didn't say a word about it. Hey, you already, you know, cost us, it was $27 to repair it. You know, you cost us $27 in repair and you're sending it back anyway. You could have just done that in the first place. They just took it back and I got a different guitar. So, what about the much vaunted Sweetwater 55-point quality inspection? Well, I don't know what to say about that. That broken volume pot, it's possible that, again, because of the way it's shorted, maybe it was just making contact the way it was supposed to when they did the inspection. But I suspect that their inspections, 55 points or not, they go through a lot of guitars. They probably don't spend a lot of time with each one. And this is important. They don't fix things in those inspections. The guitar just either passes inspection or if it doesn't. And if it doesn't, they seek whatever remedy they have with that guitar manufacturer. I'm sure that guitar passed inspection. And I know it's not truly Paul Reed Smith's Guitar Factory's fault that that guitar went out as is, because again, it was intermittent. When I first plugged it in, you heard it, it worked, and then it didn't work. none of that matters. I'm sorry, it doesn't. As a consumer, I paid money for a product. The product did not function. And because of that, I did not want to own that guitar anymore, and I sent it back. And instead, I got this. This beautiful G&L Legacy with a humbucker in the bridge. Now, I've done an unboxing video on this guitar, and spoiler alert, all 3 pickups work, including the coil cut on the bridge pickup. And you know what? I think when you buy an electric guitar, the absolute minimum that you should expect is that all of the pickups put out a sound. Now, in the future, I may buy another Paul Reed Smith guitar, but it's going to be a while, which is all right, because there are a ton of other manufacturers. I will continue to buy from Sweetwater. I don't put much stock in their 55-point inspection, and man, they talk about it all the time. They hit it on the website. If you talk to them on the phone, they're hitting their 55-point inspection. Whatever. Read through the reviews. Things slip through the 55-point inspection all the time. But they are still great people. They're super easy to work with. They repaired, instantly and without complaint, they repaired their defective product, and then when I still wasn't happy, they took it back. And for a retailer, there's not a lot you can ask in addition to that. So, this video, to say the least, did not go as I had planned. But it is what it is. I thought it was worth putting out there. I think you can be relatively certain that if you buy a Paul Reed Smith guitar, you'll have a better experience than I did. In fact, if anybody is looking for a PRS S2 single cut, the one that I sent back should be going up on their site for sale again as a demo model. Hey, it's fixed now. Plays great, and I'm sure that that would be a fantastic guitar for someone else. So, I hope that you have found this video worthwhile. I try not to complain for no reason, but doggone, I bought a guitar and the neck pickup didn't work. That's the kind of experience that sticks with you. So, you'll be seeing this guitar in a lot of upcoming videos, and I have a lot of videos that I want to do. No, I've been off the channel for a while, but hopefully I'll be kicking it back in here with some pedal demos and some other things. So, I hope to see you in the next video. I appreciate anybody who watches these videos, and I hope to see you soon. But until then, I've been Reed, and this has been Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania.